Hi guys, welcome to Nancy's ABC of Travel. This is a platform that offers you good deals. I have information about Canada. I had already posted a video previously about the new pilot programs for caregivers that allows you to travel to Canada even with your family. Okay, so it is easy, and today I have a particular agency that can help you bring you to Canada as a caregiver or as a nanny. So the company is called Trafalgar Personnel Limited. And since we are talking about caregivers, all you need to do is go to for caregivers and overseas applicants, since we want us to apply for jobs as overseas applicants. So it says overseas applicants, no fees payable. There is temporary foreign worker program for care related employment. So there are two programs with limited visas being issued yearly, which are now available to foreign workers: the home child care provider pilot and the home support worker. So I had already done a video on this. So applicants must apply for and qualify for the permanent resident status when they apply for these visas. We will be accepting a limited number of overseas applicant files for potential placements. However, we will not be accepting new overseas male applicants files at this time, as we had already difficulty in placing them in the past years. So remember, I told you this particular program used to exist, but now they have refurbished it. So it seems that the male applicants this time will not be accepted. So this is for female. So these new visas are employment specific, open work permits, and not employer specific. Thus, employers no longer pay travel expenses. Remember, applicants are responsible for all costs and now begin the application process themselves. They do not require a valid job offer. Employers and the job offers are now screened by immigration criteria for permanent resident status. Except for the required 2 years related work experience in Canada when they apply for a HCCP or HSW work permit. If approved, an open permit as a caregiver is issued first to allow foreign worker to enter to Canada and begin to work, while the permanent resident status will be finalized after the required 2 years care-related employment in Canada has been completed. Applicants are able to accept positions on a live-in or a live-out basis and have the ability to apply for and bring their spouse and children with them when they come to Canada. However, it is much more difficult to find employers for these candidates, okay? Specifically the ones who will be coming with the children and the family. So processing times are expected to be longer for families than those ones of one applicant alone. This link will take you directly to the Canadian government website section with all information regarding this program and how you can apply. So the home child care provider and home support worker pilots, Trafalgar personnel requires applicants to have valid out certification and an ECA assessment to verify that their level of education equates to successful completion of the first year university stroke college in Canada before they complete our online application. The experience criteria is vital for our out employer clients, and excellent screening must be received before an application will be accepted for employer review. Incomplete application will be discarded. So there are 5 organizations listed on the government website to apply for the education certificate assessment. So one is the Comparative Education Service, University of Toronto, School of Continuing Studies. The other one is the International Credential Assessment Service of Canada. The other one is World Education Services. The other one is International Qualification Assessment Service. The other one is International Credential Evaluation Service. So you are encouraged to be sure to check the CDN government website and download the checklist for your permanent resident application to make sure you collect all the required documents. Applicants are responsible for all costs related to their applications to Citizenship and Immigration Canada, and this is no longer an employment specific visa. So here is an estimated cost analyst for single applicants under this program, although a few things are unknown. That is police clearances, depending on how many needed and where from. So out certification, ECA report, temporary resident visa application, work permit application, open work permit holder fee, permit holder class fee. So right on the permit residence fee is payable before you become a permanent resident. It can be paid upfront when you apply to prevent any delay in process or prior to obtaining a PR status or after completing the 24 months care related employment. If paid later, immigration will send you a letter after receiving proof you have completed the required 2 years full-time paid employment to notify you of the current RPPF fee payable. And you can pay then prior to receiving your PR status. So PR means the permanent residence status. So RPPF does not apply to children of the principal applicant. So you're gonna need the biometric, medical, visa application, police clearances, and the flight to Canada. So this is a huge commitment with no guarantee getting a job and being able to come to Canada. These visa or permits are limited to 2,750 per year for childcare in all of Canada and the same number for elder care. So all applicants will need to be willing and able to do light housekeeping duties, that is cleaning, laundry, cooking. All job offers are carefully assessed and the job description must be reasonable related to the job description. So number of ages of children or care required for a senior etc. Care related duties are the first priority, with housekeeping duties completed as time permits. The Canadian program requires that caregivers stroke nannies be capable of working independently without supervision and taking responsibility for the home and children or seniors. So the criteria is the age, you must be 18 years. Education, you have to have ECA certification verifying equivalency to successful completion of first year university stroke college in Canada. Language skills for non-English or French mother tongue applicants. Experience, proof that you can complete the duties required. And also the ability to function, okay? Yes, so what you're going to need is a minimum of 1 or 2 years full-time employment related to the pilot you're choosing, and references, that is excellent work related letters of reference and reference check reports. So please note that Trafalgar personnel does not contact previous employers directly to obtain reference check reports. The only exception will be present employers if an applicant feels it would jeopardize their current employment situation. However, in that case, there must be at least one excellent reference check report on file for a minimum of 1 to 2 years related experience from at least one previous employer. So to request an application form, please forward an email request to that particular email address. Yes, as you can see, everything is okay. So there are a few agencies overseas which forward us screened files. Okay. Yeah, so